Today I will show you 5 great martingale strategies you can use on small live accounts, and it was really challenging to set up 100 accounts for my 100k project to test 100 EAs, but now I have all the data I need to identify the best trading bots. So the results I will show you are transparent and real. Stay with me until the end because one of the EAs actually doubled the account. And all of the results are visible on our website in the 100k project, or if you're looking for live trading challenges and funded account, you can find the expert advisors accordingly. But for the 5 great martingale strategies, I will arrange them according to the profit in the last 30 days, because some started earlier, others later, and for me it is most important how they performed in the last 1 month. And on the 5th spot we have the Happy Gold Recovery. That's a great trading robot. You can see that it made over 45%, but in the last 30 days it made just 1%. However, if I show you the track record, you will see some great performance. Here it is. There were 2 bigger drawdowns in the past. The bigger one was at the beginning of the year, and then just recently there was another drawdown. That is why it made just 1% in the last 1 month, but overall we have 45.6% total return. The other version of the robot is the Happy Gold EA Scalping, where we don't have a recovery, and you see that this one made 6.65% in the last 30 days, and here the performance is slightly different, however still a profitable expert advisor. Both of the robots I have on live accounts, and the difference is that with the Happy Gold Recovery we have a recovery order after every losing trade. So right in here we had this 0.06 trade that ended up with a loss, and then the recovery of 0.18 or 3 times bigger trades for a recovery purpose closed also on a loss, and that is why in the last 1 month it made just 1%, but overall a very profitable expert advisor. With the scalping version you will see that it is trading with the same lot all the time, and it's automatically calculated according to the balance. In this case it is 1076, and all of the trades recently were profitable. So the recovery option just places 1 trade trying to recover the loss from the first trade, and it's not an aggressive great martingale system. Now on the 4th spot we have the Infinity Trader EA. That expert advisor is known to be AI great martingale system, but because I am also trading it on a $1,000 live account where I already have profit of $355, I am trading it with the same equal 0.02 lots. So it's not using the martingale but the grit. So a strategy is a grit martingale whenever it tries to recover a losing trade by adding to the position on a certain distance, and it is increasing the lots. Now if it is not increasing the lots, then it's just a grid system, and in this case I'm using only the grid system in the Infinity Trader EA, and I will show you from the inputs that we have right in here recovery settings, we have some time restriction settings, news filter, AI protection settings, daily protection, account protection. Usually I set it to 500, so I'm always allowing it to drop to 50% from the initial balance, so pretty much I'm risking 50% of the account, so that's where my protection is. But when it comes to the martingale system, you will see that right on the top the multiplier is set to 0, auto money management is set to 1, and if you set that to 0 you can use a fixed lot, but I keep it with auto money management of 1, multiplier is 0, and I am using the AI option, which one more time is from here, use AI for trading is true, and for example at the moment it says that the overall trend for the pound dollar is buy. If I show you the track record, you will see that initially I was was trading this expert advisor on a $500 account, that I added another 500 and it keeps profiting. So this expert advisor is actually suitable for a small live account if you are trading it with the same lots. And you will see that the total return is 46.3%, and in the last 30 days it made 6.27%. And before I show the Grid Martingale bot on the third spot, let me tell you that it is important which broker you will select no matter which EA you will be trading. One of the brokers I started to use more often recently is the IC Markets. They have IC Markets EU for everybody in Europe, but the most important thing with this broker is that they have spread starting from 0 pips, leverage is 1 to 30 for Europe, and it's bigger of course for outside the continent. There are over 2200 tradable instruments and the broker is fully regulated. I'll leave a link to IC Markets down below in the description because it turns out that this broker is the biggest in the niche of algo trading. And here we go to spot number 3, Wall Street Recovery Pro. This expert advisor I'm trading on a live account for quite a long time, and it made 7.84% in the last 30 days and 43.68% overall gain. If I show you the track record, you will see that initially it lost the profit, and that was back in January this year, but since this moment it's been really profitable with total return of 42.4%. It is trading only the dollar yen and it has a very good monthly return of 4.8 and profit factor of 1.9. Now this expert advisor I've been trading on a virtual account for longer and it doubled that account. If I show you the VIP page where you can keep an eye on our demo accounts as well, you will notice that the Wall Street Recovery started on a $1,000 account and currently the balance is 2,386. And here it is on my VPS where I'm trading the Wall Street on a few different currency pairs. So it is trading the Euro, the Yen, the Kiwi, the Aussie, the Swiss, the CAD. And in my live account, I'm trading the most profitable currency pairs. So pretty much I track the performance. Let me show it to you. So that's the track record of the demo account, and what I usually do is I click on stats and I go to symbol and I want to make sure that I'm trading the most profitable asset, which is the yen. And that's for the last 30 days, but even if I clear the filter and I see the total returns, you'll see that the yen is still the most profitable for the whole period and for the last 1 month alone. And that is why I have on my live account the dollar yen currency pair, and you can see that it is trading only the dollar yen currency pair. What's interesting about the grid over here is that while it is recovering losing trades with grids, for example, right in here you can see that there is a long trade, another recovery, all of those closed in here, but during this time it is also trading, so it's not just waiting for the grid to recover. I can show it to you right in here. So here is a short trade, there is the recovery, another recovery, and all of them closed in here, but you can see that in the meantime it took a long trade that closed in here, another long trade that closed in here, or pretty much while there is a recovery in one of the directions, it is trading in the opposite direction to take advantage of the moves. And on the second spot we have the crypto investor EA. This expert advisor I have on a $1,000 live account for a bit over a month, and in the last 30 days it made above 27%. And here it is on my MetaTrader platform. What is interesting about this expert advisor is that it's trading the Bitcoin on M15 time frame, and it's adding to the position just 0.01 bigger trades compared to the previous one. So for example, right in here it opened a long trade with 0.01, but the price of Bitcoin went down, so it adds to the position to improve the average price, but it's increasing just with 0.01. So the second trade is 0.02, the third one is 0.03, and all the way to 0.05. There are just 4 recovery trades, and I can control control that from the input, so I can show it to you right in here. Additional trades settings is 4, and I can control the distance between the trades. I can add delay, and there are some recovery settings as well. And this of course depends on your risk appetite, but for $1,000 live account, I prefer to trade it with maximum of 4 recovery trades, and you can see that it made profit of $357 so far. And as I showed in one of my previous videos, it has a fantastic backtest that increased $1,000 live account to 56,000 something live account, which is unbelievable, but that's why I've put it on a live account to see if this is actually possible. And on the first part we have the FX stabilizer. I have the expert advisor on another $1,000 account, and you can see that in the last 30 days it made 27.27%. If I show you the track record, you will see a very steady balanced line going upwards and very equal exposure between the Aussie, the Euro Pound, the Euro and the CAD. Also, if I show you the stats and I click on symbol, you will see that it is profitable on all of the 4 currency pairs. Most profit came from the Euro Dollar with 17 trades. So this expert advisor is a grid martingale system, and you will see exactly how it works. So for example, on the 2nd of July, it opened a short trade with the Euro Pound with 0.02. Actually, the first one opened a little bit earlier, right in here. So it was on the 27th of June, 0.01. And then it added one more trade with 0.01 on the 30th of June. Then the price went up and it opened another trade with 0.02. Then the next one is with 0.04, and the last one is with 0.08 right at this point. And they all closed on the 3rd of July at nearly at 4:30. So you can see that they closed at the same time, and it brought profits in the account. The max lots I see is from the Euro Dollar, where we have 0.16, and those trades closed on the 2nd of July 14:56. So you can see this trade with 0.16, this one is closed at the same time with 0.08, and if I look for the rest, I am sure they will be closing at the same time right in here, this one and the 2 above. So the FX stabilizer works as a traditional grid martingale system where it doubles the lot, but this is why it brought the most profit for the last 30 days. And it's up to you guys. I have them all on $1,000 live accounts from my 100K project, so we can track the performances, we can see which one is better than the other, and it's a personal choice which one you will be trading. But remember that with grid martingale systems there is always a risk, and we can reduce this risk by putting certain protections, by eliminating the martingale so we only leave the grid, or by limiting the recovery orders. And I think I showed pretty much all of that in this video, and I thank you so much for watching until the end. And before you go guys, check out this video on my site to learn more about the crypto investor EA, which is a robot trading the Bitcoin. As always, I love you, trade safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.